Hello there, Internet. Have you missed me? I hope you've missed me. So, update from my last talkie video. I cut all my hair off. So that decision was made, and I'm really happy that I made it. I cut it off in March, so it's starting to get a little mullety in the back, as you can see. So I need to get it trimmed, but other than that, my hair's all short, and I really like it. I think that I look better with it. So all of my worries from the last video were for naught. So, at the time I'm filming this video, last night was Thursday, April 26th, and on Thursday, April 26th, I was involved in an Ask the Greats webinar with the New Jersey Center for Tourette Syndrome. So the New Jersey Center for Tourette Syndrome is a non-for-profit that I work with very closely, and they make me feel very special. And so what it is it's an organization to raise awareness of Tourette syndrome and its associated disorders. And so it has a campaign called the Greats Campaign that it makes in cooperation with Tim Howard, who is a goalie for the U.S. soccer team who has Tourette's. And it raises awareness of Tourette syndrome and shows how great we can be even with our challenges. And so the Greats program does these webinars every month. And so last night's webinar was about executive functioning and staying organized, which if you could see my room, you would know that I'm not organized in the slightest. But I am capable of remaining on task when it comes to school and work and such. So I'm going to show you my tools and tips and tricks for remaining organized and handling your executive function. Alright, so number one trick that I recommend to everybody is the bullet journal. You may have seen my video, which I'll link there, of my bullet journal from last year. Not from last year, from my sophomore year. No, from my freshman year. Wow, it's been a long time. I continued my bullet journal from the second semester of my freshman year to the first semester of my sophomore year. Then, as you all know, I had a mental breakdown and I stopped using my bullet journal and I stopped using anything because I wasn't in school. So, I only just recently restarted using my bullet journal and it makes me so happy. So, this is my monthly spread, which contains my activities, academics, and miscellanea. And so it's got all my activities on it and then my goals for the month. And then this is my weekly page, which has my tick tracker and my habit tracker, my to-do list, and my weekly tasks. So basically, with the bullet journal, you make a key for yourself. And this is my key. So as you can see, a square means a task, a triangle means a deadline, and a circle means an event or appointment. If it's X'd out, it's canceled. If it's filled in, it's completed. And if there's an arrow through it, it's been moved. And so I find this system really helpful for me because creating the journal myself gives me a sense of pride and makes me want to continue doing it. And the best part is you can have other trackers in it as well. So for example, I have my to-do for low days, which is my, can you see it? Which is my self-care checklist. I have my books to read. As you can see, I have a lot of them. My voice lesson songs and my pen test page. This is from my school's radio station. If you want to listen to it, you can go to muhlenberg.edu/WMUH. I think that's the website. And yeah, so these are my list of go-to songs for my radio playlists. And this is my TV show tracker. So making a bunch of trackers and stuff really personalizes the experience and helps me get stuff done. So I really love the bullet journal. Another thing that people might use, this is what I used at the beginning of the year, was a Bando planner. I don't really like this that much because it doesn't give me that much freedom to like be myself. But if you like the pre-made planners, then the Bando planner is a good one to go for. I like the Bando planner more than the Passion planner because the Passion planner is an hourly setup and this is more of a task-based setup, and it's got real pretty designs in it and all that stuff. So if you are interested in a planner, a pre-made planner, I would highly recommend the Bando planner. But it didn't work for me, so it might not work for you. I also have a bunch of apps that I use. So apps These are my education apps. Can you see it? So number 1 is called Habitica. It used to be called Habit RPG, so if you look up Habit RPG, you'll still be able to find it. And so Habitica is a gamified version of a to-do list. So part of the thing with ADHD is you crave instant gratification, and the long-term satisfaction of completing a task or practicing self-care might not be enough to motivate you to do your task. So Habitica turns tasks into a game. So this is my habit tracker. So for example, I showered today, so I'm gonna tap my habit tracker for showering, and as you can see, I get gold and experience points. And these are my daily. Each of these is a task that I do every day. So I have all of my classes put in there so that when I go to class, I can just check them off. And you can mark it so that it only goes for certain days. So for example, I only have Psych Women on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I only have it go off on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And my everyday ones are water my plant, because my plant is very dying and very sad looking. And the one that I haven't checked off yet is journaling, so I journal every night. So I'm level 8. My name is Maggie Esposito on it, so if you want to friend me, become part of my guild or something like that, I don't really know how it works. But the best part is, so you get rewards from it. So you can buy different items with certain numbers of amount of gold. And you can also buy breaks with a certain amount of gold. And you also, at certain check-in points, you receive items. So for example, my favorite are the eggs. So you receive items, eggs and hatching potions. So you can hatch the eggs. Like as you can see, I've got a little wolf, a little red wolf there. So another app that you can use is called Forest. What Forest does is you will input an amount of time that you want to not use your phone. So last night for the webinar, I wanted to have my phone shut off for the first 30 minutes so that I wasn't distracted during the talky bit, and then I wanted to have it available during the Q&A so that I can show off my apps. And so I put it in for 30 minutes, and then you would plant your tree. And once you plant the tree, you can't use your phone for that amount of time, or else the tree dies. So these are all the trees that I've planted, and the cool thing is the first 5 trees you plant, the app makers will actually go out and plant trees in the real world, which is really amazing. So I have planted 5 trees, so I have 5 trees planted. And this other app is it's in my health section. This other app is right here. It's called AlloBud. This is less for tasks and staying on task, and more for self-care. So you have each of these individual icons. So for example, I can hit breathe, which is the task. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. So you would do. And so then I can check in. And it gives a nice little sound. And so I have an alarm for my pills, an alarm telling me when to go to bed, and an alarm telling me when to drink water. So this is my self-care thing. So yeah, it's very helpful. So yeah, those are my apps. If any of you have any tips for self-care trackers or executive function trackers, leave them in the comments below. And tell me if you bullet journal, what are your favorite spreads, send me your favorite Instagrams. I'm always looking for bullet journaling advice. I have a private playlist on my channel of bullet journaling videos that I might make public if enough people ask me to. So it's not my videos, it's just videos that I use for inspiration, and I usually keep that playlist private because no one really cares. But if enough people want me to share it, then I will. Alright. See you guys. Short-haired Maggie out.